bought the piano in 1950. My mom and dad did. And we bought it from a woman who lived, as I remember, in an apartment. And her name, I think, was Helen Van Hoy. And this has been my piano ever since that day.
Well, this piano, my impression of it when I first saw it was that it was a tired, but basically a very fine Model S Steinway. Thank you.
A lot of work had been done on it, but by some very good technicians, upper work. But finally, when the pin block went.
When the pin block went, it was untunable and it just...
So I had no choice, either to buy a new instrument or to keep this one. And I did consider the new instrument. We simply couldn't afford it. And I thought this piano had a lot of character. The one thing I worried about was the sounding board, as you know.
Yeah, well, rightly so. I mean, that's, many people come to me and they say, the soundboard is the heart of the instrument. Are you going to take the heart out? What are you going to do?
Right.
You know?
And we're told that.
It's a challenge. It's a really difficult part of my work to look at a piano and to understand from a technical point of view that it really does have to be replaced, and to step up and say, this is something that really needs to be done. And I've taken it very seriously as a piano player to develop my trade so that I can reproduce these soundboards and reproduce them in a manner that fits the Steinway piano and produces the type of sound that a Steinway piano can produce.
Well, that was evident when I visited your workshop. And I did a lot of investigating, you know. And I found out how highly regarded you were. I found that out in many places, by the way. And so I became convinced that you convinced me, but I convinced myself too. I was absolutely sure that you could build a superior sounding board for this instrument. So then I knew I wanted this piano for life.
And I wondered what your perceptions of this piano are now.
Oh yeah.
Both from a point of view of how does it play now versus before, or how does it play now compared to any instrument?
It has what I would call kind of a narrow bass, very focused, but powerful when you want it to be, and yet it's capable of playing very quietly. And then delicate things, like in the Brahms I'm going to play today. I could never have done that with much ease. I would have had to work so hard on it. So I have to work less hard to produce on this piano what I did on my former piano. Well, John, I just thank you for this instrument. It is such a joy.
Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing you play.